Are you? First and foremost, Cory Draper here. Thanks for watching my videos and subscribing to my channel. The next, 5-10 minutes, let's just talk about getting you in the seat of a Peterbilt. All right, this is for my friends and viewers that are in the semi-truck business. We're talking Class A. All right, Peterbilt, Kenworth, Freightliner. I almost say Kenmore, but I think you guys know what a semi-truck is and a Class A CDL. And if you do have a CDL license, this is for people looking for a job. Now, we're based in Salt Lake City, and you can live anywhere in the United States. Maybe not Alaska or Hawaii, but it'll help if you live in the 48 states than those other two. So, and you got to have a couple years experience, okay? We are looking for a few drivers right now. We've ordered some brand new trucks in. They are getting prepped right now with decals and some fancy things so we can legally go on the road. So that's where an opportunity for you, if you're watching, male, female, married, single, maybe you got 14 kids or 29 wives, I don't know. But anyway, you guys know your situation, but we have all sorts of great drivers, and this might be something for you. Okay, so get a pen and paper. I'll wait a minute, I'll give you 30 seconds or so. Also, I'm doing this video live, but once I upload it, you're going to have all this information below or on the side of this video. So you can, maybe watch this video later or whatnot. I think it's Friday. I'm in Salt Lake City right now. That's where I'm based out of. I drive all over all over the country. Our operation, our company, we go East Coast, West Coast, regional. It's really up to your type of loads or driving, and I don't know if you call it schedule, your biorhythm. I'm in my 50s now. I've got 1 or 2 million miles under my belt now, but when you get into OTR, and I mean on the road, where you're going to be gone a few days or a week, maybe you want to be gone a few weeks or a month, it's really up to you. And I'll discuss typical loads that we have at our company. Okay, so let's just get the basics first so you can see if you're even qualified to work for our company, okay? You just need a couple years experience, a good driving record. Please don't have 500 speeding tickets and a reckless and a DUI and who knows what else. But you guys, I think just about any semi-truck company has about the same criteria. With ours, we need a couple years experience, nice driving record. I know you might have a speeding ticket or some things on your license or on your record, so to speak, but don't be shy. Get a hold of me. What we do is, one of the first things we do is just get a hold of our insurance company just to see if we can, bring you aboard. And that comes down to, usually a good driving record and some experience and whatnot, okay? So that's usually the end all be all. If you have accidents and a bad driving record, a lot of insurance companies are just, the juice ain't worth the squeeze or the squeeze ain't worth the juice. But it's really, at the end of the day, the insurance company has to approve. And hey, everybody, how you doing? By the way, I can see you guys in the chat room. So let's just discuss what we need if you'd like to come aboard, because we have some new trucks coming in and we need some drivers, and it's a real simple process. Okay, couple years experience, nice driving record, hopefully a good attitude. We're all in bad moods when we drive. We all flip people off. People flip us off. People yell at us. Everyone wants their cell phones and their food and everything else. But boy, us truckers, and that's male or female. You know what? If you're in the trucking business like I am, I've seen it all. But if you have a pretty good attitude, I think you'll like working for our company. We're a smaller company. We do have access to over 350 trailers. So we do a lot of drop and boogie. It's kind of nice when you just show up, the trailer's loaded, preloaded, and, cruise down, drop it off, unload, maybe a live unload, or maybe you just drop it off and pick up another one. Drop and load, drop and hook. I like to drop and boogie and then drink coffee while I do it with a smile on my face. So, okay, I'm lying. I'm always grouchy. But if you drink about 20 cups of coffee like myself, it is a good way to put yourself in a good mood until you have to update your medical card and pray to baby Jesus that you pass. So, all right. We're based in Salt Lake City. We've been doing a lot of business. Our ownership has been around the trucking biz for, oh my God, 40 something years. Our company owns a really large semi truck repair business, multiple businesses. They dabble in what's it called? Flatbed, gravel, tankers. You know, we have a variety of driving that we do, but for just my division, and if you're watching this video, this is basically, if you like OTR, we're not talking double trailers. Our typical loads, and let's discuss that right now, are basically 53 foot, just a box trailer. Could be a dry trailer with no reefer. That means like it could be toilet paper. I do a lot, and I won't name names, but if you know who the biggest sports camping company is in the United States, and they own 2 or 3 of the biggest ones, I do a lot of loads for these guys. And I like them because the loads are basically, 20,000 pounds. They're not too heavy. They're dry. You back up, and man, within 45 minutes, I'm unloaded, ready to rock for my next load. I love to do that load. And we also do reefer. We'll fire up the trailer and maybe cool it to 30 degrees or minus 10 or who knows what, but we do have contracts with the Walmarts. We do the Costcos and the Albertsons and whatnot. The good thing about our company is we've done every load that you will probably do about 1 to 2 to 3,000 times. So there's not a lot of guesswork. We know if there is going to be detention, and we know if there's going to be just a headache. The best thing you can do if you have your own owner-operator situation, or if you are working for a company, you want your company to do the best they can to get rid of the detention and the bad loads where you're sitting around. And sure, if you make a couple bucks on detention, let's say you get 20 bucks an hour, that's okay. But still, you're going to make a lot more money by dropping and boogieing down the road. Now, there's no perfect trucking company out there. Sometimes you can, focus on 100% drop and pick up and go back and forth. There's the FedExes and the UPSs out there and whatnot. If that's your cup of tea, then you're probably already doing it. We don't do FedEx. We don't do UPS. We have some of the biggest companies in the United States that we drop anywhere from 10 to 20 to 30 to 50 of our trailers at. And that's on the East Coast, West Coast. In Salt Lake City alone, we have drop yards at 2 or 3 or 4. And I'm based in Salt Lake City. That's where I like to drop my truck. And I also live in Salt Lake City. And some of our drivers, but we have drivers from Georgia. We have drivers all over the country. And if you are, I don't know, let's say you live in Florida. Let's say you live in, California, or maybe even outside of Salt Lake City. We're talking like Tooele, Ogden, Wendover, Provo. It's okay. Don't freak out. We're not like a little local company where you have to live in Salt Lake City and, we have to keep it tight within just a couple Western states. We do long distance. My phone fell off the clip. We do long distance, and we also do regional. Okay, so in my age group and my driving ability, yes, I do collect KISS and Legos and Hot Wheels. So what do I do with my money? I buy lava lamps and KISS dolls and Lego kits. But anyway, with my type of driving, what I like to do with our company is like in the wintertime, it's more cold, there's snow, and there's a lot of stuff I can't really do outside, like ride my motorcycles or do my outdoor things. I like to just go long distance more. And I'll go, more East Coast, West Coast. I like to go for 3-4 days, maybe a week or so. And you make a lot more money. If you drive every day, obviously you're going to make more. And right now, there's the tail end of summer. I know today as I make this video, it's October 1st. So summer's kind of gone, but it's still nice outside. We're still hitting 70, 80. I know a lot of you guys down in Arizona or Vegas are hitting, still 100. But when it comes down to the summertime, I personally like to, go to like Arizona and back, take a day off. Go down to Washington, Oregon, California and back. Go down to Houston and back. We have loads that go Salt Lake City to Missouri and back. You guys have probably heard of Carthage or St. Joseph. You guys have probably done some trucking all around the place, the cheese caves, where you go underground and unload some stuff. But we do have loads that go Salt Lake City to Missouri and back, Houston and back. So they're kind of like, they're not long distance, East Coast, West Coast. They're just kind of like mid. They're right in the middle. Regional to me is like Salt Lake City to Oregon and back, Salt Lake City to California, or Salt Lake City to Arizona and back. Those loads give me about 850, 900 miles one way and about identical miles back. All right. Our trucks, we have fairly new Peterbilts. I think our oldest truck right now is a 2019, 2020. We do have, I think, 3 to 6 20. I think they're 2022s that are now. I don't think 2021s are even available at Peterbilt. I think they're all at 2022 right now as far as delivery. We do run Peterbilt. Now, one of my old trucks is this red Lego one here. You want to see something kind of fun right there? There's a Lego version of my old 389 with an 18 speed and whatnot. But what we run in our ownership, we prefer Peterbilt. All right. We like the Cummins. We like to run at 75 miles an hour. We like to run our engines right around 21 to 2200 pounds of torque. We do run automated transmissions. All right. Now, new drivers are like automatics. Oh my God, is there a torque converter? Are they hard to drive? Are they unreliable? All I can do is tell you from my experience, I've done doubles, triples. I have done Wyoming, Montana. I have done every darn load you can imagine with an automated transmission. And I've also, my favorite manual is actually an 18 speed, but I just run automated transmissions and they shift nice. They're reliable. I go up Cabbage. I go down Wyoming. Parley's where I live, like right in back of this studio where you're watching me from is Mount Olympus, going up Salt Lake City to Park City. Parley's is one of the steepest, coincidentally, only about 7 minutes right in back of this wall. And all I can tell you is that if you're a fan of automated transmissions, that's what we run. What do they got? They got 12 speeds. So matched with a Cummins, we get pretty decent fuel mileage. We do like to go 75 miles an hour. So if you're in Nebraska, Utah, the speed limit for semi trucks is 80 miles an hour when you get out there in the open. But if you legally can go 75 miles an hour, then we see no harm, no foul doing that. Okay. We like you to be on time, idle. Yes. We want you to have air conditioning and heat. We have double bunks. We run the mega cabs. Those are the biggest interior the largest interior you can get. They are similar to like a Kenworth or a Freightliner or Volvo, but we have all mega cabs and they're tall. I'm 6'2", and boy, you can stand up in these things. I have a flat screen. I even put a home stereo in my truck. I've got the microwave. I got the little oven. I like to cook and my audio is mind blowing. That's one of my favorite things to do, is to make sure I got really nice tunes when I'm rocking down the road. Sirius satellite, but the main thing is we want your experience with us to be comfortable. And if there's something we can do, let us know, because by owning a semi repair business, if a cigarette lighter goes out, we can fix it. If a headlight goes out, let us know. We don't want any of our trucks to have anything down. If air conditioning feels a little weird, let us know. And our trucks, a lot of them are still under warranty. So obviously if they're not running a certain way, Peterbilt themselves will take care of it. But it's kind of nice to have ownership that has the tools and the ways and means to do our oil changes and our services. And, if something goes out or if we have a leak or batteries just start draining or whatever, we can fix them once you get back to Salt Lake City. Okay. So our ownership is solid. They have multiple businesses. They've been around a long time. We're growing the company quite nicely. I'd say in about a month or two, we'll have right around 10 trucks, 10 drivers. That's our comfort zone. But like I said, we have access and we do deliver for a massive company. They're good personal friends of ours. We share buildings with them, and they own over 300 and something trailers. And with the contracts that they just got, they had to order 100 more. The beauty of that is that you can drop a bunch of trailers off and get them loaded, so that by the time you drop off your load, you might have a loaded trailer ready to go. Because the goal of truck driving, obviously, is to just keep rolling. Just drive, take your 10-hour break. And if you're driving long distance, the hardest part is driving 70 hours a week. That's what I run into. 11 hours a day is plenty to drive, but that when you start going long distance, it's easy to drive over 11 sometimes when you get in the zone. But we have electronic logs, but we run them on our cell phones. We don't have like those Qualcomms or, the big screens that are mounted. And if you're driving right now, obviously, you might have a truck with the big screens where they're loaded or they're, I guess, mounted on a post on your dash or maybe from the floor up. And we don't do that. We run a program called Samsara. And you run it off your cell phone. You turn it on, you turn it off. You can edit it to a degree. And it's easy to learn. I'd say within one day, it's almost like you've invented Samsara. They're very easy. And plus, if you mess up or do something, our admin or our office, we can look in and make sure that you get the proper editing. If you go through a weigh station, if you have any type of inspections, that you pass with flying colors. And like I said, our loads, we've done, thousands and thousands of loads that you will be doing. So of course, with, our dispatch, we have 24-hour dispatch. There's not one person. So if they have the flu or a wedding, or if it's Christmas or something, you can't get a hold of them. We do have 24-hour dispatch, and we have a handful of sales. I call them dispatch. You can call them planners. We have a large division of sales, but dispatch is obviously who you call if you have a problem, if you need a fire out. You can always call me or one of the other drivers. Where if you have like a basic question, just go ahead and call me anytime. I don't mind. Where do I pick this up? Where's the receiver? Where do I back up and go in the door? There's a lot of questions when you first start with a company. You can always call one of us. But we do have an operations manager, and we have, oh my God, I think I have 4 dispatch alone. And they work weekends, they work holidays, they are up at 3 a.m. So if you do need like a lumper code for, and we have touchless freight, don't worry, you're not going to have to get in the back of the truck and load and unload and do all this stuff. Your hands could be pretty darn good looking. Look at those fingernails on a good old trucker, boy. But most of our loads are they're prepaid. You just back up. We don't do a lot of LTL. And that means like, dicing up the trailer. Now, sometimes half our trailer will be one location and the next one will go to an identical one down the street, and I mean business. But they're super fast. The only LTL ones I've done is for this big fishing and camping company. And I back up 45 minutes. They have half the trailer. They seal the door. I go about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes down the street to another location, and they unload it in 45 minutes. So if you do occasionally have to have like an LTL or just multiple loads on one trailer, they're relatively fast. And that's the trick. I've done LTL where they specialize in it, and it's not for me. I like to load once, drive to a certain location and unload and repeat. And if that's the type of driving you like to do, that's what we have. Okay, so newer Peterbilts, and like I said, I think our oldest one is a 2019, and we run 589s. So look those up. Automated transmissions, they're awesome. I love them. And like I said, in my mid 50s, pushing in the clutch and doing everything else, I feel more refreshed, and I like to average about 600 and something miles a day. And it's kind of easy to do when you're long distance if you want, because our trucks go 75. So a lot of times if you got clear roads and like Nebraska to Wyoming to whatever, you can hit 650 to 700 miles a day for a couple days. And then when you get to your location on the third day or whatever, you got to slow down there and do what you got to do. But what I do, and I'm just going to tell you what I do, because I can tell you all these things and bait and switch, and that's what other trucking companies do. But what I like to do is just go to Arizona and back. Gives me about 1,800 miles. And then if there's really nothing going on, like I don't have to go to a KISS convention or go buy Hot Wheels, or I ask Ace Freely here if there's anything to do. If he says no, then I just go do another load and just go back and forth regional. And I just mean West Coast, Washington to Oregon. In the snow time, obviously, we know that that's a pain in the ass, and most drivers don't really focus there. And let us know if you want to tackle that, you can. If not, we got thousands of loads. The thing about truck driving right now And if you're brand new going to truck driving school, or maybe you've got a couple of years of experience and you can come aboard. But the beauty is that you're always going to have a job. Just keep your medical good. Have yourself a current CDL. It's got to be Class A. And if you're watching this video and you have 2 years experience, you already know you have to have a current medical card, pass a P. We are based in Salt Lake City, and I'll answer all your questions in the chat room. I can't see them right now, but once I upload this live video, I'll go ahead and ask everything or answer everything, and then I'll put all the contact information below this video. My email address is simply Cory at CoryDraper.com. I've had that since the internet was invented back in the 90s, but Cory at CoryDraper.com. Email me anytime, 24 hours. I sleep when I can. I don't care about 9 to 5. I still drive. I like to drive. And if you can come aboard, we'll probably become pretty good friends, especially if you're into collectibles and Kiss and Hot Wheels and Harleys and Corvettes and fast cars and hauling ass and collecting Wonder Woman dolls and and skateboards from Santa Barbara, California, where I was born and raised. So, but here's the recap. And call me anytime. Email me anytime, and I'll answer as many questions. And if you do want to work for our company, all you got to do is just fill out some basic information. And then it'll get to the point where you got to go to a place that, just does legit medical tests and P-tests. And those are, Concentra, Care Now. If you've got a CDL license for a couple of years, you guys know what I'm talking about. We do have health insurance. You have to drive with us a few months to qualify. Where we'll pay half, medical, eye vision and whatnot. When you get older like myself, you got to watch your health. You got to watch that coffee, watch those Cheetos, watch that salt and sodium, man. I think, they want you to eat wheatgrass and water all day. That's about what they tell you, but who does that anyway? So if you'd like some health insurance and whatnot, you'll talk to our owner, and she is awesome. That's right. We got a lady. She's a couple years older than me, and she's awesome. And she's by far the best ownership I've worked for. And I'm a pain in the ass trucker, man. But man, I can't complain where I'm at right now. It's awesome. So anyway, newer Peterbilts, 2019 to 2022. We automated transmission mega cabs. We use an EFS fuel card. Okay. And what else? God, I don't know. That's the basics, but let's just start you off right around 55 cents. And we can tell if you got your POOP, if you got your she-ought together and you're just a happy-go-lucky person, we'll kick you up to 60 cents. We want you to make $1,700 to $2,000 a week if that's what you want to make. Regional, there's a couple $100 less because obviously there and back, taking a day off, there and back, or maybe, going 2 runs in a row and taking 2 days off. Obviously, that if you want to be home more, then you're going to make a few $100s less here and there. But if you want to go from California over to Atlanta, or if you want to just if you're watching this video and you live in the Salt Lake area, we've got 1 million loads that just go Salt Lake City to Ohio and back, or Salt Lake City to, what is it called? Winchester, right around Maryland. Pick up for the biggest coffee place that sells them for $9. I think you guys know who they are, but we have contracts with them. You just go pick up a whole bunch of their product in Pennsylvania and you come back. That'll give you around 4,000 miles a week, and that's legal because we want you to do your reset wherever you live. Sometimes maybe you want to do a reset on the road. I do have friends that have relatives that live like in the Chicago area or maybe Missouri, or I don't know, maybe even in Salt Lake City, but it's really up to you. Let us know what kind of driving that matches your sleep pattern, your energy. We don't want you to have to drive, or drive with 700 gallons of coffee, and then you're buying what are those now isn't it like 14-hour energy drink? I mean, it used to be like 2-hour, 3-hour, 5-hour, but obviously when you're younger or maybe healthier, or maybe when you get older, you can tell that your driving changes from when you first started. And I think it's best to kind of, be honest with yourself. And if you think you can do 3,500 miles a week, we've got it. And if you want to go long-term, long distance, like a couple of my buddies, they just wanted money. You know what they did? They bought brand new Toyota trucks, and they're almost all paid off in cash the first year working with us. And they just said, you know what? I just want to drive East Coast back, take a 34. I'll drive East Coast and back, take a 34. If you guys want some time off, just let us know. Our company's not the kind of company where you got to drive with us for like 3 months and you get an hour off. And you guys know the big franchise, massive trucking companies out there. All of us have done their, what is it? Did there, done that. We're not that way. We understand that sometimes you're just sick of driving. You don't need to be having a birthday or Christmas, or maybe there's like a holiday coming up. Sometimes you just get home and you're like, you know what? I am sick and tired of driving. I want to get a coffee and I want to build Lego kits. That's what I do. And I'm mid 50s and I still can't stop. But if you want some time off, let us know. Our trick is like with our 5 to 10 drivers, we don't want all our drivers off at the same time. Now, obviously, if it's Turkey Day or Christmas or whatnot, that's a no-brainer. But if it's a summertime and you want to go wave runnering and you got a couple days in mind, just let us know. All right, we're not that company where you got to work like 6 months straight to get an hour and a half off. Okay, we do have vacation pay. Our company's ran by people that have drove, and all of us are drivers, and we know what we don't like. And when we kind of all came aboard this company years ago, we're like, let's just make a company where we can kind of solve a lot of the problems that we encountered when we first started driving, or maybe when we worked for one of the big ones, and we all know who they are. But at this point, we've kind of like eliminated a lot of the bitch and moan factors that will come into play. Okay, so if you are interested, go ahead and just look at the bottom of the video. I have my email address, and then I don't put my cell phone here in case, whatever, but I would like to just have you just email me and ask me some questions or whatever, and I'll just pick up the phone. I'm old school. I don't mind chatting on the phone, and I definitely don't mind texting within reason and emailing and whatnot. And if this opportunity is for you, then let's get you a Peterbilt. We'll get either a Great Dane or a utility or a Hyundai 53-foot reefer or dry van on the back. And let's get you going right now. We need you right now. All right, our trucks are in. We're more busy than ever. Boy, if we had 10 new trucks, we could use 10 drivers right now. It's so darn busy. So if this is an opportunity that is interesting, just get a hold of me. I'm easygoing. I can talk your ear off. And even if you want to talk about KISS memorabilia and look at all this crazy stuff in my little lounge here where I like to chit chat with you folks. But like I said, thanks for watching my videos. I've been doing this a long time now, and I still love it. So Cory at CoryDraper.com. I can't even say my name. Cory at CoryDraper.com. I'll probably edit out where I dropped my phone because I'm holding it with my hand. So 10 minutes ago when I dropped it, I'll probably have to edit that part out. But I'll be on this YouTube channel quite a bit, okay? And get a hold of me here or on my email. And then if you have my cell phone down the road, like I said, I think I've had my cell phone 25 years now, the same number. So let's get you in a truck, 55 to 60 cents. Well, minimum 55, all right? And like I said, man, if you just like a text message of PO number, where, when, and be on time, we'll kick you up to 60 cents, no problem. Our average driver, I don't even feel like I drive full time because I just do regional, but I'm quite easily getting 3,500 miles a week. And that's home and having a life. And if you want to go longer, you're going to go ahead and kick up to that legal 4,000 miles per week because our trucks do go 75. And when you can go that legally, then you're driving all day, hitting that 700 miles, no problem mark. So, and I'm going to do probably videos similar to this, like maybe in the next 7 days, every day. So this is just my first one. I just got the approval to bring on some new drivers. So if you are watching this video, good to see you. And I'm going to go ahead and go through all of your questions and stuff because I have my live chat room. What is it? The little chit chat boxes. I can't see your questions right now. But I will once I upload it. So you guys be safe. Have a great weekend. Right now, it's October 1st. Man, summer hauled ass, didn't it? And you guys have a great weekend. And yeah, we're just right in the heart of Salt Lake City. And like I said, just print any questions you want. And I'll come back every day, even if it's like 3 months from today, and I'll go ahead and answer every one of your questions if you don't want to email me or just text me or call me or whatnot. So we're easy going. Otherwise, I wouldn't work for this company. And I'm brutally honest. And the owner watches all my videos, and she's awesome. And she knows how us drivers are. Boy, if we're not happy, we just skadoodle, don't we? It's that shiny ball syndrome. Isn't that where you're bitching and moaning, you're pissed off, and you see another truck driving company with a magic shiny ball that's going to be bigger and better? Then 6 months later, you hear an ad with ZipRecruiter or Indeed or a friend of a friend at the Flying J. But anyway, with our company, we're pretty easygoing. We're smaller, and I prefer that. So if you're with a bigger chain, I guarantee you'll have a much better experience and make way more money with our company. All right, guys, have a great Friday. Just any questions you have, please just put them right here on my live video. My goal was to go 30 minutes, and it says 30 minutes and 25 seconds. So you guys take care, and I'm going to pretend that I know how to even turn off this video, okay? Because I kind of don't. So, all right, you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next video. All right, bye-bye.